Good evening. We'll call the Common Council to order. I will ask our clerk to call the roll to determine quorum.
Alderperson Probst.
Here.
Reinke.
Excused.
Rote.
Here.
Vitale.
Excused.
Weigel.
Here.
Barzak.
Also excused.
Chaplesky.
Here.
Haas.
Here.
Lysick.
Here.
May.
Here.
7 present, 3 excused.
We have a quorum, and our pledge this evening will be led by Alderman Probst.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America and God bless Kevin Haas.
We have 2 items that are up for public hearing this evening. I will ask the clerk to read public hearing number 1.
A hearing on the special use permit to establish a hotel with banquet facility and associated outdoor dining to be located at 8201 West Greenfield Avenue.
Mr. Stiebel.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The city has invested about $5.5 million, $4 million from federal funds, $1.2 billion actually, in tax increment financing, to acquire former Beacon-owned restaurants of single-family homes that had been flooded out, and also the Milwaukee Ducktown building, which had about 5 feet of flood. They've all been demolished, and now the eastern portion of the property will be sold off for a hotel, and that's the purpose of the public hearing this evening. The balance of the land will be developed, decision made by the council. The hotel is going to be 101 room Hampton Inn and Suites with a pool in this area, and a 9,000 square foot banquet facility. And that's the purpose of the public hearing, is to approve the special use for accommodate this. The hotel obviously be open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Outdoor patio areas next to the pool and on the west side of the building to accommodate the casual. So it was very much events. The hours of operation of that are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The conference center also open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to midnight, and outdoor dining at 7, closing at 10 o'clock as well. 160 spaces are required per our city ordinance, 190 are required. 160 are provided. They all have access to this public parking lot. We become a joint venture with the other property owners, which is about 47 the planning commission has reviewed this project and recommended approval, and we received no objections today.
Thank you, Mr. Stiebel. Are there any questions from the Common Council? Seeing none, are there any questions or comments from the audience? Okay, seeing none, we will close our first public hearing, and I will ask our clerk to read public hearing number 2.
A hearing on the 2014 through 2015 Class B Tavern License Application Number 2130 of West Dallas Hotel Ventures, LLC, as Peter Helen Jr., agent, doing business as Hampton Inn and Suites for premises located at 8201 West Greenfield Avenue, a new license for a non-existing location in regard to exceeding the quota.
Mr. Stiebel.
Mayor Devine.
I believe Monica.
I'm sorry, you're correct. Monica?
The City of West Dallas has a municipal quota of 120 Class B intoxicating liquor licenses. Currently, there are 126 Class B liquor licenses granted or issued. West Dallas Hotel Ventures, LLC, as Peter Helen Jr., agent, doing business as Hampton Inn and Suites, filed an application for a new Class B liquor license at 8201 West Greenfield Avenue for the license year beginning July 1st, 2014. Pursuant to the West Dallas Revised Municipal Code, the Common Council may, by a majority vote, grant or issue new licenses in excess of the quota. The applicant appeared before the License and Health Committee earlier this evening, and the applicant is also available to provide further comments or answer questions relative to the request for a new license at 8201 West Greenfield Avenue. Thank you, Mayor Devine.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Are there questions or comments from the council on this item?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman May.
I just want to double check. The quota that we have of 120 is self-imposed, and the state quota is actually something closer to about 159 licenses. So I just want to clarify that, make sure I understand correctly, that we're still, even if we approve this, we're still 32 licenses under what the state would allow us to have, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
And the state quota is in the mid-140 range.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions from the Common Council? Seeing none, are there any questions or comments from the audience on this item? Okay, we will close public hearing number 2, and we will move on to item E on your agenda's new and previous matters. Public Works Committee, Alderman Weigel.
I have in front of me item number 3 on tonight's agenda. Sorry.
Yes.
It's a resolution authorizing the city engineer, Director of Public Works, or his designee to approve various stormwater sewer easement agreements, stormwater system easement agreements, reciprocal easement dedications, permanent limited easements, amend and redefine various sanitary sewer easements, and approve and/or amend any or all easement and similar agreements necessary to complete the sale of the public land for the development of a hotel in the vicinity of South 82nd Street and West Greenfield Avenue, by and between the Community Development Authority of the City of West Dallas and the City of West Dallas and/or in the City of West Dallas and the West Dallas Hotel Ventures LLC, a Wisconsin limited liability company, its successors and/or assigns. Do I have a motion from the committee on this?
Second.
So I have a motion by Alderman Chaplesky and a second by, this has got to be somebody from Public Works.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll make the second.
I withdraw my second.
I believe that the committee saw the director's informative email on this issue. If anybody has any further questions, I don't see the city engineer here. I can tell you that his description of these kinds of easements as not being uncommon is true, because I was on the board of directors for the Wisconsin Exposition Center for a period of time, and like this property, the river actually runs directly, actually in that case, the river runs directly underneath the building. So it's not an uncommon agreement. It's my understanding that the river here really runs underneath the parking lot, and the structure itself won't be over the buried river, but we do have some sanitary sewers underneath. So the letter also mentioned that our sewers are all about 25 feet below ground, and the footings on the hotel are only going to go down about 6 feet, and that our sewers will be videoed ahead of time, before construction and after, to make sure that all is good when the hotel is built. Sorry, that's, I think, all the information I have on it. Is there any further discussion on item number 3 on the Public Works agenda tonight?
Alderman Weigel, just to clarify, your motion was for adoption, correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Alderman Chaplesky's motion
Alderman,
was for
yeah.
adoption. Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And Alderpersons Barzak and Reinke are excused. The resolution carries. Thank you.
Now, do we do an entire committee vote, I believe, for the,
Mayor Devine?
Alderman Lysick?
That's a resolution. You need a roll call vote on a resolution, and if you're bringing it out on the floor, the entire council votes on that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure everything is done properly.
So the roll call vote, the clerk will call it?
Correct.
Should I hand it over to her right now, or?
Alderperson Probst.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chaplesky. Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
Me.
Aye.
7 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries. Okay, now we will move on to the Safety and Development Committee. Alderman Lysick?
Mayor Devine, I refer the council to items 4 and 5 on your agenda. Item 4 is a resolution approving a certified survey map to combine and recreate 2 lots of record from 3 existing lots located at 11406, 114 ***, and 11528 West Rogers Street, submitted by Weingard Partners on behalf of the Community Development Authority of the City of West Dallas, tax key numbers 481-9993-013, 481-9993-012, and 481-9993-010, and also the certified survey map to combine those lots for the record. And I move for approval, adoption of the resolution, and the map be approved and placed on file.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson Probst.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
May.
Aye.
7 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
I then refer you to items 6 and 7 on your agenda. Item 6 is a resolution relative to determination of a special use permit to establish a hotel with banquet facility and associated outdoor dining to be located at 8201 West Greenfield. And item 7 is the special use permit to establish the hotel located at 82 Star West Greenfield Avenue. And I would move for adoption of the resolution and that the special use permit be approved and placed on file.
Second.
There is a motion and a second by Alderman Probst. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderperson Probst.
Aye.
Rote.
Aye.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
May.
Aye.
7 in favor, none opposed.
Motion carries.
That is all, Mayor Devine.
Thank you. Next, we will have the License and Health Committee, Alderman Chapletsky.
Bring everyone's attention to item number 8 on tonight's agenda. This is a Class B tavern license. It was voted for approval by 4 members with 1 member excused. I'd like to move for the adoption of this item on the agenda.
Second.
There is a motion and a second by Alderman Weigel. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Then we have item 9. This is for a Class B tavern license for the Hampton Inn, which is going over quota. We have 3 members voting in favor, 1 opposed, and 1 excuse. I'd like to move for the adoption of this portion of the committee's report.
Second.
There is a motion with a second by Alderman Weigel. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
No, roll call. 3-1-1.
Oh, it was 3-1, sorry. Let's retract those ayes, and I will ask our clerk to call the roll.
Alderperson Probst.
Aye.
Rote.
No.
Weigel.
Aye.
Chapletsky.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lysick.
Aye.
May.
Aye.
6 in favor, 1 opposed.
Motion carries. Thank you, Alderman Chapletsky.
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we adjourn until our next regularly scheduled meeting, Tuesday, September 2nd at 7 p.m.
Second.
There's a motion with a second by Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.
It's like we were going to stay here for a while.